Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this fella, Maignan, we all remember him, Peter, from his stint in his native France. That time he took an unfancied side to the title against all the odds. I think he had 21 clean sheets that year, which is over half the games, and proof that goalkeepers can make a real difference.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And he's straight offside. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Nkunku. He's in. Great chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Nkunku plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. David receives it in a wide position. Oh, easy pickings there. Barella. Zielinski is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
De Bruyne. Nkunku did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And he's lost his man here. Milan have it back and can go again. Inter Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but...
He's had a shot! Goal! Inter! The first significant strike. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Barella spots it and intercepts. And that's been won straight back, and that's really well manoeuvred. Aimed beyond the defence. Driving forward. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
David unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Looking for the run. Can he get it through? Big chance! And that's a tidy finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with this.
Shot a goal! And again! And he has his goal! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused.
And that is all they have time for. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Inter Milan are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now, can they get him away? Tries to play it through. De Bruyne. Always onto this. Gabbia calmly anticipates. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Great vision. And that's aimed into the middle. Nice looking ball. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's a key interception. Tries from distance. Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Just about up to the hour now. Looking to play him in. Now it's David. And this is Ribery. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of...
He's having a shot! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how's that?
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Please turn your attention to the screen for information provided by the local police.
Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Akanji gets across and deals with it. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Serginho. Luis Enrique. He has found a way through. Enrique's cross. That's going to go a long way. Well, that pass isn't the best. And the counter is on. It's a pretty loose pass.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And no surprise, that's a booking. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Salamakas kept his eye on it, and he's there. That is ended up in no man's land. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And he's gone looking for safety. Dinks one through. Pulisic is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Akanji deals with that comfortably. And he's there to make the challenge. Rafael Leao. Modric. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Zielinski. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, good-looking ball. Looking for the run. Luis Enrique was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Aimed beyond the defence. That's put paid to the danger. And smartly reclaimed. Serginho. And that's aimed into the middle.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rafael Leao! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed. panicked even at times.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. The second half is up and running.
Inter really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Now it's David. Modric. Sucic running with intent. Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Short changes him with that pass. Salmakas. Now it's Batistuta. And the through ball. Well read, nice interception. And he's heaved it away. That pass has been well intercepted. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defences, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Ribéry, nicely weighted ball. It's come to nothing. Ribéry is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's David, and he's definitely onside. Opts to play it back. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Barella. Inter Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Sucic. He's picked his way through. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
Inter clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, that's a key interception. And he's there to get it away. Pass somewhat off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Chance, surely! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Desperate defending required here. Tries to get it clear.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
So 90 minutes have come and gone. It's going to be extra time. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance.
Substitution in progress.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking to play him in. Oh, this looks sharp. Well timed, excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Out of play for a throw.
Substitution for Inter. Number 9.
Rafael Leao.
Number 8. Number 7. Zielinski. Number 17. Number 95.
And here's Keane. Takes a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Pellegrini gets it away. Can he get it through? And here's Pulisic. Knocks it into space. And he was alert. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break.
Please have your entry tickets at hand.
Finally, after all this time, the first telling moment. 15 minutes separate it from being the winning moment. Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? They have given it everything. It's been gruelling. But who will be standing at the very end? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! And it's fallen kindly here! And he hits the net! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And that is that. Inter Milan have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Inter can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
For support for our World Charity Fund.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. Well, plenty has been said and written about Steven Gerrard. Here's a chance!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Now it's Batistuta.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Van Dijk. Zielinski. Now it's Lewandowski. And it's Zielinski. Now it's Batistuta.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Laporte. Gerrard. Now, can they get him away? And the shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
After 16 minutes is number 13, Andrei Shevchenko.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now it's Ødegaard. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Lewandowski. He's had it taken off him. And it's Ødegaard. Zielinski. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Batistuta. Raya claims comfortably.
Batistuta clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And here's Shevchenko. And he won't reach that. Ødegaard wins the duel this time. Zielinski. That's Gerrard. Well, that has not gone well. Doué is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Portugal are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Shevchenko, given the lift of his goal. Now it's Doué. Oh, that's nice. Oh, super ball. Decent chance! And a neat finish. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And no mistake! No, flags up on the far side.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Van Dijk.
2 added minutes has been
And it's
indicated.
Fernandes. And it's Kane. Here's Lewandowski. Puyol. And for the first half, that is that.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
we
And
come
that ought
you
to
now
encourage
with a
an
quick
even
request
more
to
ambitious
support
approach in the
for our
second half,
charity
Peter,
fund.
with
Chance
control
in
already
football.
established.
Portugal firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. Down to business again. Now it's Ødegaard. O'Shea is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Shevchenko. That is a brilliant interception. Camavinga. Can he spark a counter here? That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on...
Shoots! And he couldn't finish.
Gerrard has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Fernandes. Zielinski. Doué. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their...
He's having a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
The goal scorer for Portugal.
They
After
forced the error
58
and
minutes
extracted the maximum punishment.
24.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And this is Gerrard. He's on it, can he get away? Alexander-Arnold. And it's Gerrard. And Fernandes. Guardiola. And here's Lewandowski. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And here's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski!
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Gerrard. And Alexander-Arnold. And it's Zielinski. And it's Fernandes. Gerrard.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And here's Lewandowski. Good chance here! Oh, that's a waste.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution for Inter.
Number 23.
So we have movement on both
Number
benches.
13, Zielinski. Coming on the field, number 22, Federico Valverde. Number 18, Odegaard.
Batistuta, he is onto this.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicely weighted ball. Drills. He's had a shot! It's fallen kindly here. And it's in. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness.
The goal scorer for
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Substitution for Inter, number 17.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Portugal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way. And the finish! Kagawa can so cleverly bypass the press. Tries to play it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Takes a shot! And there's a goal! And he is just ripping it up!
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Number 14.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
And that will be it. Portugal looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Batistuta, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now. Gerrard. It's Gerrard! It's bounced back off the post. And the finish! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Portugal, after 8 minutes.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's DiMarco. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Takes a shot! It's hit the upright. Doué. Tries to play it through. Can he finish? And that's a tiny finish. They are purring, truly purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
No way through. And here's Batistuta. Now he's got space here. And this is Gerrard. And the ball is out of play. Sabani. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Son Heung-min. And it's Shevchenko. Now it's DiMarco. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Doué. Gerrard. Looking here to chip it. A header! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Van Dijk. Now Son Heung-min. Messi. And Jamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Alexander-Arnold. He is through here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. O'Shea is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Vardiol. Messi. And it's DiMarco. And here's Shevchenko. And here's DiMarco. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, chance! And there's a goal! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Batistuta, and the shot! Oh, classic Batistuta! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
The goal scorer for Portugal.
Oh, that was sharp, deliciously sharp.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
Portugal now in a position far more desirable.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Laporte gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Ødegaard. And this is Batistuta. Ødegaard goes for a shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. Portugal were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Portugal largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1. And we are back on the way. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And he's worked it through. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, it's Batistuta. He's got away. That's good defending, very good defending. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Messi, looking to play him in. Now it's Shevchenko. And he's heaved it away. Nicked it back promptly. Shevchenko. And he's managed to get free. And that's a good intervention. Guardiola did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, they've got it again. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. He's a sharp little ball here. Ødegaard. No, it's come to nothing. Aimed beyond the defence. Van Dijk. Sabani. And it's Messi. He's picked his way through. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
Di Marco really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Batistuta finds himself offside.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 24, Aymeric Laporte. Number 15, Dimarco. Number 13,
Son Heung-min.
Shevchenko.
And Guardiola.
Coming on the field,
Son
number
Heung-min.
11, Trossard. Number 23,
And Alexander-Arnold.
Number 14,
Trossard.
Mbappe.
Trossard going for Trossard! They've got to be quick to recover. Oh, he's been caught on it
There will
here.
be 1 minute added time.
Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Cross from Ferran Torres. Oh, it's come loose. That's really well cleared. And with that, the end. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Gerrard taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Our charity fund, Chance in
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
That's the keeper's ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Excellent challenge there, shot a goal! Cannavaro clears. Can he finish? But he's left disappointed. Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. And he cuts out the supply. Tries to play it through. Oh no, this does not look good. That'll be a throw-in. Deftly away. And that is a little undercooked. Threads one in. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And Martinez! Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
He's having a good look here. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game, promising one. Zielinski, great chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Goal, Inter! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Number 22, Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Martinez, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Barella. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Lovely bit of skill. Cafu. Cannavaro makes the interception. Totti. Well, that has not gone well. Baresi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Van Basten. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Hello, attendees.
Inter Milan
This
go
is
in
a
at
Rock
half-time
Children's
with a
announcement.
game to
With
chase.
the father of a boy in a
Well,
blue
obviously
hat
things are not
kindly
good,
make his
Peter.
way
It
to
seems the
information
team were
centre.
just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is a...
Totti! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Nicely aimed pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? De Gea gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Akanji is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's come to nothing. Inter Milan still trailing by 1 and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. It's not an especially good pass, that. Cafu, some resolute defending there. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Distributed tidily. And the keeper takes decisive action. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Akanji gets it away. Akanji is there to clear. And he's there to retrieve it. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Batistuta. He'll try from distance. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Pass is just off target. Cannavaro getting this one clear. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Martinez. Oh, well played, well played. And he's there to belt it away. Looking for the run. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's De Bruyne. Oh, super find. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Inter really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ribery. That's been cut out, well played. De Bruyne, and it's been played through.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Cannavaro kept his eye on it. And we're done. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Please be made aware that
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, I hate to sound too harsh, Peter, but that was poor. I mean,
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. The great Johan Cruyff, a football pioneer, a revolutionary. There's only ever been one of him.
Yeah, totally agree, Peter. Someone who I think is very much at the peak of his powers, and he can cover and interchange at will, no matter what position. Such is his philosophy of total football. He is the maestro.
Yeah, total is the word, and maestro is the word. He just sees the whole picture, doesn't he?
He does, of course. His vision, his movement and the use of any space in and around the key areas never ceases to surprise me. You can't coach that.
Now, can they get him away? Doesn't quite get there. Musiala. De Ligt. Looking to play him in. Now it's Ibrahimovic. De Ligt unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Messi finds himself offside. Ibrahimovic! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. He leaps for it! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Cannavaro clears without hesitation. And it's Petit. And here, it's Drogba! And that was probably asking just too much.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Well, nicely intercepted. Chance, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Deftly away. Oh, a delicate chip through. Saliba. Mbappe might just make this.
That's going in strongly.
And he's managed to get free. Ibrahimovic.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
It's gone in! He's put through his own net! And there you have it! Who saw that coming? Who saw that coming?
Well, it has to be one of the strangest ways a game can be decided, Peter, but it's all part of the spectacle and the drama. I mean, how often do you get to see that? Not much, I'd imagine.
Please grab the tickets you were given when you were walking through the gates.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Dani Olmo. Oh, that was vital. Gerrard. Oh, well measured. Oh, a gilt-edged chance! Batistuta! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Baresi with the slide tackle there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Finds himself unceremoniously floored. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He'll try from distance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Del Piero is offering a wry smile there.
Knocks it into space. Diogo Costa breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Nuno Mendes. The defender is not giving up on this. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Can he get it through? Goes for a shot! He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Now then, the ball's come loose. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And this is Shevchenko. Here, and Shevchenko! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Shevchenko deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rijkaard.
There will be
One
one
played
minute
for
added
Del
time.
Piero. Tries to play it through. And that is the end of the first half. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager
And a
has to
quick
resist
reminder today,
change at
everybody,
this
to
stage.
make sure to put any litter in the
Portugal
bins
firmly in
provided.
control at the
Thank
break.
you for your
2-0 the score.
cooperation.
And we are back on the way. O'Shea. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rijkaard. Threads one in. He's having a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Portugal, after 50 minutes, is Number 14, Gabriel Batistuta.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces. This guy Roberto Carlos really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surges forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
Roberto Carlos. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Shevchenko. There's a no-nonsense tackle. And he's quick to get rid. Shevchenko.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Doué. Oh, now he can run away with it. Takes a shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting...
Shot at goal! And it's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Decent chance! And he's managed to get rid. Now it's Batistuta. Cafu. Well timed, excellent interception. Great vision. Can he get on the end of this? And he's in on goal. Look, and the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Security staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. Now Franco Baresi, still to this day the ultimate benchmark for anyone of a defensive mindset, Jim.
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to name anybody who got close when it comes to reading the game as well as him. He leads by example, always timing his challenges to perfection and knowing instinctively when to bring the ball out of defence. It's almost like having a defender and the playmaker combined.
He's a sharp little ball here. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't...
Alvarez! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Can he get it through? Doué looking to receive it in space. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. And we have our very first corner. And here's Doué.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Oh, that's fabulous. And this is Batistuta. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Odegaard, now he's running away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Oh, easy pickings there. And he cuts out the supply. Nice looking ball. Odegaard. Oh, nicely intercepted. Cannavaro. That's a nicely shaped ball.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That has ended up in no man's land. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Odegaard. Cannavaro. Pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the ball's gone astray. Knocks it into space. And it's made its way to him.
2 added minutes has been
And he's
indicated.
gone looking for safety. Oh, important interception. So, a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Portugal finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Allowed in areas shown on this map.
Well, let's not
Thank
beat
you
about
for
the
your
bush, Peter.
cooperation.
It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Hazard receives it in a wide position. Rijkaard. Pedri. Triol. And that's another good win of the ball. Can he get on the end of this? Portugal still this single goal behind. Tries to pass it through. Rijkaard.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Odegaard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Odegaard. That's a throw.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 24, Dstuds Doué. Coming on to replace
That's been
him
intercepted.
is
He read that
number
really well and
23,
stopped it.
Beckham.
Now it's Yamal. Knocks it out wide. Nicely weighted ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He won't be happy with that one. Oh, super find. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Beckham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hazard. He is through here. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Coming on the field is number 21, Pele.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Serginho. He's going for goal! And that really should have been that.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Baresi spots it and intercepts. Threads one in. Oh, that's a key interception.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Looking for a runner.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And the finish! And
And
he's quick to get rid. That's really well manoeuvred. Now that looks a decent ball. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Portugal.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Norway with the corner, they're first. Terrific effort! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That has not gone well. Doué makes a dash for it. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Nicely weighted ball. No, he's not getting past him there. Has a look and place it forward. Kimmich. And here's Shevchenko.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Doué. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And he's intervened well there. Kimmich is the team's great visionary. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Batistuta. Cannavaro. Can he get on the end of this?
Norway really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Triol. Baresi. Gerrard. Ronaldinho. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Kimmich. And the through ball. Closing in on goal.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Aimed beyond the defence. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Laporte. He's in a good position here. That's a decent clearance. Now it's Shevchenko. And the shot! There it is!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
And that is indeed the final act. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Portugal currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
By the local police.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, that's well spotted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now that's well seen too. Now it's Bale. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Some resolute defending there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, just skips past his man. And the shot! And he has his goal. Portugal are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch...
Bullish header! Harmlessly behind. Akanji. Who saw this coming? Portugal have come back from the very brink. He's picked his way through. Ødegaard. That ball looks a good one. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Portugal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And he's worked it through. And that's a dangerous ball. Oh, shooting chance! Another one of football's and how moments.
Cristiano Ronaldo fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Knocks it into space. Portugal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Looking for the run. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's been hooked away. And that's a throw-in.
Substitution.
Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
5 minutes added time.
Oh, this looks sharp. Robertson. Rijkaard. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's going to have his name taken. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Threads one in. And there goes the final whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Batistuta claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Just a quick reminder today, please refrain from
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of
Portugal are desperate to get a point here.
Hello,
The
everybody,
point that will
and
save them
welcome to
from the
today's match.
unthinkable. Matches do not come much more consequential than this. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Portugal must not lose. The potential ramifications simply too much to contemplate. Shevchenko. Try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. That's a little off target. That's a really buccaneering run he's making. Plays it in, and the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for the run. He won't be happy with that one. And this is Batistuta. Tries a shot! Vinicius Junior charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he's heaved it away. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, well measured. Vinicius Junior. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. And he was quick to react. Nicely spread. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get it through? Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, we can all be guilty of losing ourselves in games like this, Peter, but really, that's the last thing you want.
Still goalless at the moment. And he's being shifted off it. He is through here! Doué. And this is Shevchenko. Koundé. Now that looks a decent ball. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Aims beyond the defence.
Portugal really are a team that like to break lines.
Yeah, they love doing that, and it does work.
Yeah, plenty of balls in behind Peter, just needs to find the right run now.
That's going to go a long way. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he welcomes it in. Vinicius Junior is always scanning the pitch for targets. And he's straight offside. Rodri. Vinicius Junior, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
1 minute added time.
Adams. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half
And
brings.
a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who
How's
has
the
found
first half
themselves
compared
a
with
little
your
lost today.
expectation?
Please
Well,
look at the
I wouldn't
screen
say
for
it was the most
information on
potent
how to find
performance,
your way
Peter, but
around this stadium.
defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Portugal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Can he get on the end of this? No, that's been intercepted. Oh, nicely intercepted. Threads one in. Well, that has not gone well. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Koundé stood up well to him there. It's come to nothing. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Doué.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And he's quick to get rid. Oh, that's well spotted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
That has ended up in no man's land. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Now, can they get him away? That's a lovely, neat pass. Pelé. Great vision. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Pass somewhat off target. Vinicius Junior. Cafu gets on his bike and on the move. Now it's Pelé. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Short changes him with that pass. Tries to pass it through. Koundé. We expected better, and so did he. And the pass is intercepted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
I think they're done. They are done. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Portugal have yearned for this. Now they must earn it. If they can earn a point over the next 90 minutes, they are going up. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. Portugal need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. That'll be a throw-in. Tries to play it through. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him apart, for me anyway.
And it's Dstuds. Bellingham. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. And he's managed to get free. Laporte gets a foot in here. Stones promptly onto that, and that is that. Played out towards the right wing.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
And they've got rid. Stones. And here's Shevchenko.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
Now the real chance! Goal! Portugal! Could it be coming? Is it coming? Those fans believe it just might be. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one, or sit back and wait patiently for the opportunity to break?
Dstuds. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Bruno Guimaraes. And this is having a shot! And he hits the net! And they're threatening to fly away here! Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Number 13, Shevchenko.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Stones. Bruno Guimaraes. Priol with the slide tackle there. Now it's Ødegaard. And this is Batistuta. Wriggles his way through. There's the shot!
Added time.
And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for the third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Portugal sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. The second half is up and running. Quality ball. And that could set him on his way. Thinks about the shot. Great chance! Alexander-Arnold. Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. Bellingham carries the ball down the right. Laporte defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them.
Now it's Shevchenko. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Shevchenko. Ødegaard. Shevchenko being watched hawkishly here.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Oh, super find. Stones. Pressing high and with purpose. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Batistuta takes a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Substitutions taking place.
Portugal choosing to make the first change. Portugal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Alexander-Arnold. Rodri. Oh, there's a probing ball. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Bellingham. Now it's Yamal. Yamal! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Bellingham. Number 15, Shevchenko. Coming on the field, number 5, Musiala. Number 10.
Portugal
Messi.
will have one further
Substitution.
opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And he shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
The goal scorer for Portugal.
That was a given. It always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A case now of complete control. Now, can they get him away? Not the most accurate pass. Gerrard. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Pele.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Pele. Well, that looks a decent ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Cute ball now, how can he reach? Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that will be it. Portugal have done it. A promotion sealed with a win. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Portugal really were brilliant today, Peter, to produce a performance like this in a game that could have a massive outcome on the team's future. Those players have every reason to be proud of themselves and deserve every bit their status.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has found themselves a little lost today. Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium.
Portugal get ready for another crack at the big prize.
Hello, everybody,
Will they get
and
the win they
welcome to
need to get their
today's match.
campaign off to a flying start, or will
Okay.
their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Look at the space, it's Gerrard! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Gerrard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. That's the keeper's ball. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Hakimi, Ødegaard, and it's Ødegaard.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now it's Batistuta. And it's De Bruyne. Baresi deals with that comfortably. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Hakimi spots it and intercepts. Rice. Oh, good-looking ball. Great vision. Now it's Doué. Oh, that's fabulous. Doué.
Such good technique.
Shot could be on. Not the most. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Still goalless at the moment. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Rice. Looking tidy in possession here. And he shoots! Oh, crossbar! Well, there's the clearance. Ødegaard. Goes for the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Rice. He'll try from distance! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he doesn't have hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Ødegaard.
That's good play from him.
And that has left him in a heap. Messi. Rice. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That is good alertness. And the pass is intercepted. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
There will be 1 minute added time.
O'Shea. And it's half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
No, that's been intercepted. Hakimi. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. This is a promising build-up. And here's Mbappe. Messi. He's had a shot! Well taken goal. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And that's another good win of the ball. Beckenbauer. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to...
Burak Yilmaz! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Ødegaard. And they can counter here. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that is a good ball. Great chance! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Number 24, number 13.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Now it's Burak Yilmaz. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rice. Now Ødegaard. And this is Burak Yilmaz. Yilmaz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Hakimi. Laporte scooting forward. And it's Batistuta. Beckenbauer attempts a clearance.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Ødegaard. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are... Portugal get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. So what can they make of this? Doué powering forward here. And this is Shevchenko. Cafu. Not the most accurate pass. And there's a searching pass. It is a corner. And that has been cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Azar. Batistuta. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Shevchenko. Shevchenko! Oh, it's come off the upright.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains.
Laporte.
Now Ødegaard.
And here's Shevchenko. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that.
Bellingham.
Manchester United genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation and predictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Doué. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Chance! Superb from Doué! A finish of true class! He has gobbled up his 20th goal.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious.
Gets his head on it!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Doué running with the ball. Played through into space. Hazard. Very nicely done. Baresi cuts it out.
There will be
Ødegaard.
1 minute added time.
Cafu That looks a decent ball. Chance for a shot! And that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Portugal looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And that has left him in a heap. And he's heaved it away. Played in. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Showing good feet. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. And it's Azar. O'Shea. Cafu. Baresi, the man that is tenacity personified. Quality ball. Now it's Doué. Cafu needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and the creator-in-chief is unsurprisingly being treated as a special case now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gerrard. Shevchenko. Nicely spread. And here's Doué. Cafu has it out wide and in space.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 17.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Is number 19, Trossard. Substitutions taking place.
That is Stuta! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Alexander-Arnold. Portugal still have the cards to affect this game.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 7, Bellingham. Coming on the field is number 18, Eduardo Camavinga.
Laporte. Puyol. And it's Gerrard. That's a good ball out wide. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, well played, well played. And he's gone looking for safety. Batistuta. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 27, Serginho. Coming on to replace him is number 21, Kaká. Substitution in progress.
Tries to play it through. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Portugal have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. And it's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that was very necessary. That has been cut short. Kaka.
There will be 3 minutes.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes.
Oh, it's Batistuta. Well, that pass isn't the best. Played back to the goalkeeper.
Pacho. That's that, the end. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Portugal definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked, whether it was linked.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Portugal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
So off we go then.
Longevity, loyalty, leadership, just a few of the words that spring to mind when you're watching the eternal Francesco Totti.
Yeah, he is truly unique, Peter. Easily one of Italy's greatest players, and some consider him to be the greatest of the lot.
And what sets him apart?
Consistency, and the way he has no real weaknesses in his game. Such great all-round ability. He really does excel all round.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Xavi. Ronaldinho. O'Shea. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
That's a throw.
And here's Ødegaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Laporte.
And it's Xavi.
He is through here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, great header!
He will be livid with himself.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ronaldinho can so cleverly bypass the press. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Totti in with the challenge. No, that's been intercepted. 30 minutes gone. And this is Luis Suarez. And that was very necessary.
England have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Out towards the flank. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Totti. Now it's Drogba. Engages and forces him off the ball. That is ended up in no man's land. Drogba. Tries to pass it through. Gerrard. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Drogba. That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Xavi. Caught offside that time. Portugal choosing to make the first change. Ronaldinho. Nouri is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Nicely aimed pass.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
He's a sharp little ball here. Nicely weighted ball. England are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gerrard. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Space for him to turn and look. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Oh, didn't catch it right.
Portugal really are good at what they're
Substitution.
doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Portugal have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Drogba.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Pele.
That was lovely, that.
Drogba. Saliba getting this one clear.
Substitution in progress.
Brilliantly cut out.
There will be 3 minutes.
Xavi,
added
the
time.
conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Ronaldinho. And that's really well manoeuvred. And this is Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, he's done it! A breakthrough! So late in the day!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Number 17, Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez.
England. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. He's looking wide. And he goes cross-field. That's the throw. And it's Fernandes. And here's Messi. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And here's Shevchenko, bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Shevchenko. And here's Doué. Doué! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Number 24, Desiree
Portugal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Doué will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, good spread. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And it's been hooked away. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Messi. Ødegaard. It's a really well-measured ball. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And this is Batistuta. He might be in here. And Shevchenko! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ødegaard. Threads one in. Takes a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Alexander-Arnold gets flagged offside. Yamal. Over to the right flank. Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is Messi. This might spell... Tries one from range! And for a moment, time stood still. Alexander-Arnold goes short. There's the delivery. Laporte can get it clear. That'll be a throw-in. Nice bit of trickery. Takes aim and crosses. And it's half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Please be made aware that smoking
Portugal
is only
looking
permitted in
composed,
designated
content,
areas
comfortable,
within these grounds.
leading 2-0 at half-time. So the action resumes. And that is out of play. A probing pass. Dink through. That's really well cleared. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. And he welcomes it in. Chance for a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Dstuds. Oh, he's having a go! Dstuds! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. It's all becoming so easy. You don't keep those outs. He just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Portugal find a position of real strength now. McTominay. Vardiol. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Doué. Ødegaard looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Look, if they want to shut down the threat, he's a very good place to start.
Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's being shifted off it. Laporte did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's found a way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Alexander-Arnold. Now, he's got space here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Now, can they get him away? Shot, surely! Well taken goal. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
After 73 minutes.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? It's a pretty loose pass.
Substitution for Portugal.
Portugal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Coming on to replace him is number 23.
Back in possession and ready to go again.
Substitution in progress.
Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? And that would have been game, set and match.
Dstuds clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 7. Ødegaard.
So we have movement on
Coming
both
on
benches.
The field is number 26. Kagawa. Substitutions taking place.
Portugal will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Now it's Dstuds. Can he get it through? And this is Shevchenko. Beckham. Fernandez. And it's Lopez. Now Mbappe. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 13, Shevchenko. Coming on to replace him is number 21, Pele.
And it's McTominay. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
McTominay simply can't escape his critics. He deserves an earful after that.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe knocks it into space, and they can counter here, and that's it. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other.